Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was a video that I did not expect to make today, of course. And I don't really have my thoughts all put together. But I did feel like as I was about to record this video, I said, you know what? I was gonna play some old school Call of Duty and have it in the background, but I was like, you know what? Why don't we just sit on the main menu of Modern Warfare 2 as we talk? Because how iconic this game was is kind of how iconic the person that we're going to talk about is in this video. If you didn't see the news, I didn't see it at first either. I was kind of just, doing the normal content day, and Chopper sent me a text and he said, hey man, did you see the news? And I'm like, no. And then I go on Twitter and I see Charlie Intel, and he tweets out, Vin Zampella had passed away from a car wreck. And I think it was age 55. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, just as an unfiltered video here, there's not really any cutting or editing. It was kind of like, my stomach kind of sunk a little bit because I never had the pleasure of meeting him. I didn't go to the Battlefield event, and it was always a dream of mine to meet him at some point, just because this guy literally framed my childhood upbringing of video games. And I immediately said that on Twitter, because you really look at this guy, and whatever he touched, was pure gold. He worked on Medal of Honor, and obviously if you're like me, my age, maybe some of you don't know this, but Medal of Honor was like the game. It was like the FPS Army real life shooter. And I grew up with that, and Airborne, and Rising Sun, and Frontline, and some of my favorite games ever. And then he goes and switches, and he founds Infinity Ward. And listen, if you know anything about Infinity Ward, OG Infinity Ward, they made Call of Duty. He was one of the founding people to make Call of Duty. Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 4, MW2. You're literally looking at, those are some of the greatest games of all time. And it's not even Call of Duty. It's not even a shooter related. It's COD. But on top of that, it's a wider scale. It reaches everybody. Everybody played COD 4. Everybody played MW2. And so, I fell in love with Medal of Honor. I fell in love with Call of Duty, and it just shaped how the games that I like to play, the games that I like to watch and create content on. And I'm just looking at his resume over here. It's just insane. After Call of Duty, he founds Respawn Entertainment, and obviously we know what they did with Apex and Titanfall. They make Titanfall, and obviously Apex was after that. And then I think at some point he was the head of Jedi Survivor or Jedi Fallen Order, because that was Respawn. And then more recently he goes to Battlefield and completely reworks everything's in charge of Battlefield. And I'm playing Battlefield more this year than I'm playing Call of Duty, because he came in there and he kind of like just made it, I don't know, good. And it's just like, this guy, whatever he touched was something that I enjoyed playing. Like legitimately all the stuff that he has played, that he has made, I would put it in my top games. And just an icon, literally. I feel like you don't know too many people in the gaming industry, like individually by name. And I knew this guy. And it's sad. It's really sad because it's like it's gone too soon situation. I mean, you know, we never know the next day. No day is ever promised. And it's just, I don't know. I literally, when I saw the news, it's kind of affected me the rest of this day, you know. And I don't know if that's ever happened to you guys, where something, even if it's a celebrity or somebody that you didn't really know, because of the influence that they had in your life with certain things, it impacts you more. So like, we're going around and I don't need to get into all this, but like we're going Christmas shopping, and I'm just like, man, like I got like the pit in my stomach almost. And so you know, a lot of you guys have been commenting and we're like, you know, rest in peace, and that's really all you can say. It's just like that, just so unexpected, and just an absolute legend when it came to video games. And just feel bad for his family, feel bad for those that know him, the people within, you know, the studios that have worked with him. I don't really know what else to say. I'm not really good with this stuff, but I felt like it was, as a Call of Duty guy, this guy just really influenced me in, I guess, more ways than I really know, because I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing without him creating this game. So it's like you kind of owe him part of the career, and you never even met him. So guys, all I can say is tomorrow is never promised. I know that for a fact in my personal life. And I would just say in the final thing here of just like, be aware of that. And yeah, I don't know if there's anything else really to say besides that, but I guess just really praying for his family and thinking about him, thinking about his family. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say. Again, I'm not very good at this, but thank you, Vince, for everything that you did in gaming, because I think you've influenced a lot more people than you probably ever met. So yeah. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.